Time for some good news. Very good news. Bolivian President Janine Áñez jailed for 10 years as leader of coup. Court finds right-winger defied constitution during chaotic exit of Evo Morales, from whom she took presidency. And of course, coup is in quotes because it's the fucking Guardian. Of course, Western media. So Janine Áñez has been rightfully jailed for her coup, her seizure of power, illegitimate seizure of power after a false campaign of spreading lies about there being fraud by the far-right US puppet organization known as the Organization of American States. So now she's in jail for 10 years. Fan-fucking-tastic. And this is, by the way, this is just one trial against her. There are two more, one each for both of her huge massacres where she killed about 24 people in total after giving the military and police immunity and a license to kill whoever they wanted, and ordered them out into the streets to kill people who were protesting against her coup. So fantastic. This is 10 years for the coup. The genocide charge in Bolivia, I'm not sure how long, because in Bolivia, genocide includes massacres. And she's charged of it twice for each massacre. What is the sentence for that? 10 to 20 years. And I'm not sure if Bolivia has consecutive sentences. I don't think it does. At least 20 years. She's going to end up with at least 20 years for sure. So that's fantastic. 3 years later, finally, nature is healing. Bolivia is continuing to win. Let's take a look at the Western media spin on this. The trial of Janine Áñez, who took power after Evo Morales was ousted, has led to concerns about politicians' use of the justice system. The interesting thing about this is that she arrested literally over 1,000 opponents for like Facebook posts and shit in less than a year. And the New York Times never made an article about that. So it says concerns, right? Has led to concerns. Concerns from who? The trial, the latest chapter in Bolivia's long-running political turmoil, has raised concerns that the country's leaders are using the courts to target political adversaries. If that was the case, then why is it only the fucking coup leader? Democracy is in question, not just in Bolivia, but all of Latin America, said Gonzalo Mendieta, a lawyer and political analyst. So one single right-wing coup supporter said this, and that becomes concerns. Who else raised concerns? Her lawyer. So we have one right-wing guy who supported her coup and her lawyer so far. Who else is there to cite concerns? A senior researcher for the right-wing NGO, regime change NGO, Human Rights Watch. 3 people, one of whom is literally her lawyer, 2 of whom are far-right coup supporters, and that's enough. Oh no, wait, the State Department too. And observers in the European Union. By the way, the European Union tried to give Janine Áñez a human rights prize, which she narrowly lost. They nominated Janine Áñez, who murdered 24 indigenous people, for protesting against her coup, for a human rights award. So that's about how much the EU's announcement is worth. Like the fucking State Department. The State Department. So 2 individual right-wingers, the fucking US State Department, the European Union, and her own lawyer. And that is enough to be concerns. Concerns about the use of the justice system. You literally cannot even try someone who undertook an absolutely unambiguous coup and massacred dozens of people on her own order for protesting against her, who imprisoned thousands of people for saying like mean things about her on Facebook. You can't even put her in prison, rightfully, without having concerns from like 5 people being painted as if like this was some sort of widespread, like logical thing by the New York Times. I don't think it mentions massacres. It doesn't mention the massacres at all. Wednesday, a group of anti-Áñez protesters gathered outside, many of whom said they had been oppressed during her government. It's just, they said they had been oppressed, not that they had. Not that there was a proven fucking massacre of dozens of people, or 2 massacres of dozens of people. Just, they said they had been oppressed. The max sentence was 15 years, so she got 5 years off it. They make a fucking article trying to frame Áñez as some sort of poor innocent victim, and they don't mention anything that she did. And her victims are framed as if they just like have gaslighted themselves into believing that they were her victims. They called for the ex-leader to receive the maximum sentence, screaming, "No negotiation with spilled blood." Hey, New York Times, what did they mean by spilled blood? Why is there no mention of it? Why is the article devoid of that context? If you read shit like the New York Times and you genuinely think that you're getting like anything that isn't just straight up US State Department propaganda, you are a fucking moron, man. Did Vaush seriously call her conviction sussy? I don't believe you. You'll need to link me. I'm pretty sure you just made that up on the spot. Or someone would have told me that. No, Pacman won't talk about this. Pacman has sworn off ever mentioning Bolivia again. And good on him. What else can he possibly do? Can you imagine, like, David Pacman acknowledging Bolivia? The only way for him to win is to not play that game. He lost the second he supported the coup.